Hello everyone, and today we are going to talk about two companies that seem to have a good potential ahead based on their recent filings. The first one is an integrated facility management leader that has secured 168 crores healthcare contract in Andhra Pradesh, and the second one is a pre-engineered steel construction company that has expanded its capacity beyond 2 lakh tons and is entering the high margin heavy structure segment. And together, these companies showcase how specialized service provider and engineering leaders are capturing India's healthcare, infrastructure, and industrial growth opportunities. So, welcome to another episode of Noisemaker, where we make things simple and talk about companies that may not always come in the spotlight but have a strong potential for future. I am Saizal Agarwal, Equity Research Analyst at Desvelado Advisory, and today we'll be talking about two companies that are making solid progress in their business, and if current trends continue, they might keep growing even further. But before that, let's take the look at the disclaimer. So any discussion, facts or writings provided here are for informational purposes only and do not constitute any buy or sell recommendation. So please conduct your own due diligence before making any investment decision. Now let's move to the first company, Krystal Integrated Services Limited, which is an integrated facilities management company focused on healthcare, education and public administration. Now, the company has secured a massive 3-year sanitation service contract worth 168 crores from Andhra Pradesh Director of Medical Education, covering hospitals and medical colleges across Zone 1 districts including Visakhapatnam, Kakinada and East Godavari. Now, this contract represents nearly 14% of their FY25 revenue of 1,213 crores and a significant win that aligns perfectly with management's 18 to 20% growth guidance. Now, what makes this particularly strategic is Krystal's expanding footprint in healthcare, which is a sticky, renewable-driven segment that provides excellent revenue visibility. The company is also bidding 1,000 crores order book in wastewater management within 18 months while maintaining presence across 100 plus airport terminals with partnerships including GMR, GVK and Adani. And now Deepali will be joining in. So Deepali, can you walk us through the financials and tell us how Krystal has performed recently?
Thanks, Ajit. Krystal has delivered impressive growth with consistent profitability over the past 2 years. Revenue jumped 45% from 1,027 crores in FY24 to 1,213 crore in FY25. Quarterly performance showed steady progression through Q1 and Q3 FY25, then spiked to 413 crore in Q4, though Q1 FY26 moderated to 323 crore. EBITDA grew from 69 crore to 78 crore with stable 6 to 7% margins, while net profit improved from 49 crore to 63 crore. The company has maintained consistent quarterly earnings between 11 to 17 crore with Q1 FY26 at 15 crore. Sejal, how do you see Krystal's diversification strategy positioning it for sustainable growth?
Great question, Dipali. I think Krystal's multi-pronged approach creates a resilient business model with multiple growth engines. Now, the healthcare focus provides sticky, long-term contracts with renewable potential as well, while the wastewater management push they target higher margin, recurring O&M opportunities, and airport partnerships offer high visibility contracts with healthier margins. And the addition of 139 clients in FY25 shows strong market penetration as well. Now, this diversification reduces dependency on any single segment while building sustainable cash flows across healthcare, infrastructure, and specialized technical services. And now, let's move to the second company, Deepali, which is Interarch Building Solutions. It's a turnkey pre-engineered steel construction leader that has just expanded its capacity beyond 2 lakh tons with new lines in Andhra Pradesh and Kichha. So Deepali, what do you think? What's driving this expansion for the company?
Interarch's expansion is perfectly timed to capture India's infrastructure boom. The company added 40,000 tons capacity, though a 53 crore investment funded entirely by internal accruals, bringing total capacity from 1,61,000 to over 2 lakh tons. This comes when utilization was already high at 80 to 85% and they're sitting on a 1,695 crore order book, nearly a full year of revenue. Revenue grew from 1,293 crore in FY24 to 1,454 crore in FY25, with EBITDA improving to 1,113 to 137 crore and margins expanding from 8.7% to 9.4%. Net profit rose from 86 crore to 108 crore. The company is addressing its 2,500 to 4,000 crore project pipeline across semiconductors, EVs, data centers, and warehousing. Sejal, how significant is their plant heavy structures expansion?
I think Dipali, it's the real game changer because beyond the current expansion, management plans 140 to 150 crores additional capex over FY26 to 27, including a Gujarat plant and a heavy structure facility in Andhra Pradesh. And the heavy fabrication unit, it targets airports, power plants, refineries, and large infrastructure, and a structurally larger market than PEB with high realizations per ton due to design complexity. And this could materially alter Interarch's revenue mix as well and margin profile over the medium term. And with total capacity potentially exceeding 250,000 tons and entry into higher value segments, the company is also evolving from a capacity constrained player into a scalable beneficiary of India's industrial build out. So, what do you think about both the companies, Dipali?
I think both companies showcase how specialized service providers and engineering leaders are tapping into India's structural growth themes. Krystal's healthcare contract win and diversified expansion into wastewater and airport creates multiple revenue streams with improving visibility. Meanwhile, Interarch's capacity expansion and move into heavy structures positions it perfectly for India's infrastructure and industrial growth. Both companies combine strong execution capabilities with strategic positioning into high growth segments. Exactly the kind of businesses that can deliver sustained outperformance as India's infrastructure story unfolds.
Okay, thanks a lot, Dipali. That really helped us to understand the direction both these companies are moving in. And now let's take a quick look at how some of our previous picks have performed. So we have Archean Chemical Industries Limited. It rose from 672 to rupees 716 with a gain of around 6%. VST Tillers Tractors Limited, it increased from 4,924 rupees to 5,275 rupees with a gain of around 7%. Goldiam International Limited, it moved from 359 rupees to 392 rupees with a gain of around 9.3%. India Shelter Finance Corporation Limited, this one slipped from 900 rupees to 890 rupees, which shows a decline of around 1.1%. And lastly, we have Pearl Global Industries Limited. It rose from 1,291 to 1,361 rupees, which is a gain of around 5.5%. So overall, a pretty good mix of gains, and we'll continue to monitor all these companies closely to see how they shape in the coming quarters. And here is a QR through which you can access all the previous picks which we covered recently. And now let's move to the summary of today's company which we included in today's Noisemaker. Krystal Integrated Services Limited, where the company has recently won a 3-year sanitation services contract worth 168 crores from Director of Medical Education, and Interarch Building Solutions Limited, where the company has entered a new phase of growth with the commissioning of Andhra Pradesh Phase-II PEB unit and a new box column line at Kichha, which has raised total installed capacity to over 2 lakh tons. So that's it for today's edition of Noisemaker, and if you found this breakdown informative, you can scan the QR code to read the full report, and we'll be back soon with more simple and clear market updates. Until then, stay curious, stay ahead and stay informed.